Well, thank you, Mayor Scott, and thank you for your leadership, your partnership, and your friendship, and to other elected and community leaders who are here, including the Speaker of the House and the President of the Senate. To Secretary Slater and Administrator Arnold, thank you, as well as the Baltimore City team working with the mayor. And especially a big, warm Maryland welcome to Secretary Pete, to Secretary Buttigieg. Welcome back to Baltimore. It's great to have you bringing this good news with you. The last time Secretary Buttigieg was here, we stood together at the Port of Baltimore talking about the importance of passing the Infrastructure Modernization Bill. That was back in July. Since then, and just a few weeks ago, President Biden visited the Port of Baltimore to talk about the importance of infrastructure modernization. And 8 days ago, with President Biden and Secretary Buttigieg and others, we saw the president sign into law the historic Infrastructure Modernization Bill. Congratulations to the entire team that helped get that over the finish line. To use a G-rated version of President Biden saying it was a big darn deal. And we're seeing the benefits already right here today. That measure will, over the next coming years, pump over $4.6 billion into modernizing Maryland's highways and bridges. It will provide more funds to upgrade and expand our transit systems. It will help build pipes so that we have safe drinking water. And it will help modernize the infrastructure of the 21st century, including building out high-speed internet and our clean energy grid, including the charging stations that you heard about as part of this project. It also includes a $1 billion fund to remove federally funded infrastructure from the past that divided communities, like the bridge to nowhere in West Baltimore. And Mr. Secretary, I know the mayor and I look forward to working with you on that important project. This is an important project for this part of the city and, of course, across the city, since it's the East-West Priority Corridor. And this is being funded by the Rebuilding American Infrastructure with Sustainability and Equity Grant. You heard from others the important equity and inclusion provisions behind this project. And I was pleased to join with my colleague and partner, Senator Cardin, as well as other members of the delegation, Congressman Rupersberger, Sarbanes, and Mfume, to push for this investment. And thank you, Mr. Secretary, for listening, for hearing, because, as was said, this is a corridor where so many people rely on transit. And we need to make sure that people who rely on transit receive the very best treatment and the very best service that we can provide in this city and in the state. 17,000 households within 1/4 mile of this corridor don't have cars. So they rely on transit to get to work, to get groceries, to visit the doctor, for everything that impacts their life. And what this project will do, and you heard the details, but the bottom line is it will improve the quality of life for individuals and families in this area. It means that they will get where they need to go more quickly and more comfortably, and it will take off that important time that they will be able to then spend with their family and friends and doing the other things that are so important in our lives. So it is all about increasing the standard of living. And it will be done with input from members of the community to make sure that we do this in a way that addresses people's needs. This is just the start. The Infrastructure Modernization Bill includes an increase in this raise grant funds of $14.5 billion. So, Mr. Secretary, we look forward to working with you as you continue to make these very important investments. But I want to close with this. In Washington, D.C., the running joke for years was that this was Infrastructure Week, meaning everyone understood that we needed to invest in and modernize our national infrastructure, but it never got done. It never got done until President Biden was sworn in as president. It never got done until Secretary Buttigieg assumed responsibilities at the U.S. Department of Transportation. They, working with Congress, got it done, and now when we say this week is Infrastructure Week, we mean every week really is Infrastructure Modernization Week, like this week, like this day,